Defend objective A.
Oh, did I tell you what happened to my rank?
No.
It deranked me. It didn't even let me get to 7 wins. I guess I got 20 losses, and I went from Masters 5 to Diamond 4. That's where I'm at right now.
Oof.
And my Sojourn win rate is 40% at best, so I don't know.
Okay. We can take a look at the scrim codes and then go into ranked if you want.
I don't know if I have codes. I might have 1 or 2, maybe, potentially. Or I could play one out for you. I don't really care.
We can do another time.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah, and we also can just ignore that. I just figured I'd let you know that's kind of why I need help. I've been trying to get Bear, but that's hard to do. So
is he busy or I just don't know?
Well, for that and whatever the reason may be, it's just difficult for me to get much out of that. So
okay.
Someone suggested to hit you up. So I was like, perfect.
Yeah, I got you. So I already looked at most of the codes, or I skimmed through at least all of them. We're gonna look at King's Row, and we're gonna look at it, but we're gonna ask yourselves like 3 questions, okay? And then I want you to answer those 3.
You already know the questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
let me get my sticky note.
Okay.
Where the fuck did it? Right. I write all my questions down. I have a ton from coaches all over my wall.
Let's go. Yeah. So before we get to that, what just describe what we want to do, what we're thinking. Let me just fix this and get rid of the banners and make this 5 seconds. So what are we thinking when we go?
Defend objective.
So here. All right. What I'm probably thinking. Oh, okay, I know exactly what I'm doing now. I'm looking to see if anyone's holding statue that I can get, and I'm also trying to bait hotel because oftentimes like if I were them, I'd be playing hotel, and so I'm looking to take this 1v1 against me, but there is no me here, so I'm like, okay, backline target, I could maybe get rid of an Ana or at least pull the front line back to give my team the rotation they're looking for.
Okay. We come back.
Yeah, I say fuck it because they got 2 over there and I don't want 2v1.
Okay. Well, what overall, what are we thinking going into every fight? What's because this fight you wanted to check, so we wanted to check the flanks, make sure no one's gonna flank you through the hotel, fight them maybe, and then use that flank for yourself. That's what it's sounding like?
Yeah. So I'll check stuff. I'll check places and LOS, or what's it called, lines of sight. I'll check those, the most valuable ones I can think of that I would want if I were them. I'll check those first, and then if they're not taking it, I will take it, and then I will use that to essentially either pull them from wherever they are to there to split the pressure up and give us space to move in, or I will just, if they're there, I will look to see if I can take the 1v1, or if they were, obviously peeking that angle before I went around it, assuming they have the same mechanics, they'll probably win that, so I'll probably back into my team in that scenario, but I can call that, so at least that gives us info as to how we engage the fight. So I'm, trying to scout, but if where I check doesn't turn out to be a scoutable, position or anything there that I can calm, then I take that position myself and use that as a split damage angle, basically.
Okay, and that's good, except just one thing I want us to if there is someone here and we slid in, we might just insta-die, right?
Yeah.
Because especially since our team was still here, right? We slid it, we're over. So if there is someone here, like you said, we can't slide back, right?
Yeah.
And then to pressure for a rotation, okay. The biggest thing I want us to think about is what is our team doing? When our tank, let's say our Orisa is here doing Orisa things, doing the spinny thing, the spear, whatever. This is when we really want to be on this, right? So we're gonna be looking at that. Okay, that's fine, right? Nothing wrong with that. It's just making sure we what the rest of our team is doing, right? If we can get support and stuff. Cool.
Yeah, I can't remember if I just figured that I don't know. Okay, so like the whole sliding in thing, I definitely agree. I shouldn't be using my abilities for positioning. I should just be positioning and then using my abilities. That's 100% the way to go about it. But I can't remember if the call was that they were holding back or if I just thought that I'm just absolutely better than both their DPS. I can handle a 1v1 even if they do have a,
Okay.
ability advantage. I can't remember what the scenario was, but you are correct and I agree.
Okay. Cool. So we're gonna the questions that we're gonna look at is what's the most aggressive, because this is for soldier, right? Generally, what's the most aggressive angle we can take safely, right? So if the enemy team has no mobility, right, we can use our slide to get to that really aggressive angle because they can't kill us, right? But if they have, let's say they have a monkey and we slide to this high ground, they're just gonna jump and kill us, right? So we can't do that. So just looking at where we can go. So if we want to go this way, this is pretty safe, right? We put a little E, shoot, we can slide away, right? If we want to go here in this corner, shoot, and maybe slide up to high ground mid-fight or something, that's fine, right? And that'll come, be a lot more apparent later on. What's the second question is, what do we want to use our E on? Are we going to use it to win a duel, to live if like their Genshi dashes on us? Are we going to split their team so we can, they can't kite back or whatever, right? What are we looking to use that on, right? And then what's space, so what areas of the map are safe? So like if our team controls it, what spaces are free where neither team are controlling it? What space is unsafe? Like here is unsafe space, and then what space would be contested? So like this corner is going to be fought for example, right?
Yeah.
So you can that can really relate to what angle we want to take. So if this high ground is free, right? So this maybe we can take this, or no one's in this room, so this is free for you to take, right? It can really help, show what positions we can take. Yeah. So let's watch our POV and let's see. So we want to go left, right? That's fine. We checked. It's free. Okay. And then in response to all this, timing is important. So right now, what are we using our E on? Because we just used it. So what are we using it on?
Is that mine on the right there?
Yeah. Yeah, we just E'd.
Okay, so here I honestly I took a guess. I didn't actually confirm that it went under the Reinhardt until now this moment, so I'm glad it did. But that's what I was aiming for. I thought that if I could like basically hold this plot, like hold them where they are right now, that we would have an advantage because I think that that's a shitty positioning.
Yeah, no, it's
like they aren't playing the natural cover. The only one or two that might count would be Hanzo and Ana.
So
I mean, I guess Kiriko can TP, but
that's
Sojourn,
good,
I think, is
right?
pretty
We're
screwed.
we're putting our E so that we're forcing them in open space for longer, right? So our team can capitalize. But we can't capitalize off that. Our Rissa's all the way over here, right? Now I wouldn't nitpick it so much, but it's a 15-second cooldown, right? So let's watch when our Rissa actually walks forward. Right, so now our Rissa is fighting their Rhine using abilities and stuff. So if we put the E right here, wouldn't it, pretty good. It would still, like, we can put it right behind you. It'd still force them in open space or make them back up, but we don't have it. Right, what's the second thing that we're not, doing this fight? The thing you said at the start, right? We scouted this position. Imagine if we were behind and we had a soldier in E right here. Right? Like, let's say
I guess I'm just going...
Right.
Okay, so maybe Sojourn has two different play styles. Maybe it's like Genji.
Oh, you can, yeah, like you the way you play your character really depends on like the overarching matchup, right? Like if they have, if they're on Reinhardt like May Reaper, you can literally surround them. Like you can go anywhere you want on the map and shoot them, right? Because they can't kill you. But if they have like the overarching comp, you have to play a very different way, right?
Yeah, I guess I'm thinking like Genji's all poke. You can't really do shit with him unless you have the caveats going on, which is kind of what we're talking about by like understanding what's going on exactly, like with the whole way it's playing out. Like if the person's low, you can probably dash combo, but you need the dash and you have to dash out quick, so you need to have that mechanic. So like there's also mechanics involved, but Sojourn's the same way. It's almost like I need to just like not play Sojourn until the caveats are there. Like I have to just poke, and then caveat being, okay, if I have a beam, I can look for a one shot, but that's still poke really, but like really I'm looking for frontline engage or like super low targets that like just aren't really gonna be able to do anything to me. Then I could go in on them. But beyond that, it's kind of just trivial to even like try to like maximize all the abilities. It's like timing wise.
Yeah, like the way that I see it, like, is where where do you want to be the most annoying? This is for like all DPS, right? Like where can you be to live and just be the most annoying, right? And then your abilities are an extension to let you do that better, right? Depending on the character, right?
Yeah.
So if you're Cassidy, you know, this is really annoying for you. You have your close range grenade and you shoot. But for Ashe or Widow, it might look like up here where you have really good, you know, use of your coach gun to get up here.
I hate that spot, honestly.
Those
trees are just awful.
Yeah, or we can be like
I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, but
yeah, maybe like Hanzo.
Personally, when I take that Widow spot, it's like crazy for me. I always get caught by the trees.
It is a little annoying by the trees, right? But just showing how like it depends on the character what is, you know, good and
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's playing optimal range. Like the way you take corners on a short range character is, or should be entirely different than the way you take a corner as a long range character.
Yeah.
Like just the whole nature of it. Because if you take it like a Reaper when you're playing Ashe, you're gonna get stuffed by the Tracer standing on the other side. But if on the same end, if you take a corner like you're on Ashe when you're on Reaper, you're not gonna be able to reach your target. So it's like optimal range all the time.
And then for Sojourn, because she has like just really good mobility, it's not only the range but like where we're applying pressure, right? So we reference this as a really good spot. But like the fight's starting, like our Orissa's antied, they're using cooldowns, they could just walk on our Orisa, right? And this is where we really want to be in the most lethal position. And a very simple, like easier way to look at it is the far left or far right. Far left being this room, or far right being like up here, or even in this. Like we can still put an E, split their squishies. We can shoot the Rhine until we have our railgun, and then tap one of these squishies. And we don't have to peek. We can limit who we peek. E, and then we can shoot Rhine, peek and shoot, right? And if we're going for here, we're going straight for squishies.
Yeah.
Right, and let's go back to our POV and just see what else happens. Right? So that was like an opportunity, right, to just split someone and get a good pick. But we get a good pick anyway.
Gotta stay on your toes.
Right? And I think that's something that's your mechanics on your railgun are, a lot better than I've seen for other sojourns. So yeah, and it's the same thing with this.
I don't know about all of that now. My mechanics are pretty dog water. Hey, would you believe me if I told you I was playing on a double my sense in this?
Well, I mean, you were hitting shots, so you had to, and you're even more
no
than that.
Shit.
So,
wait, was this from Thursday?
This is the one you sent me. So whatever
what day was that? Hold on, let me look.
Whatever those
were.
Did
I send you them? What day was that? November 30th. Was that? No, that was Friday. So wait, yeah, that was then. Yes, okay, so this scrim, I was not on my own sense. I was on a different one. I kept changing it. At one point I was double. At one point I was like 1.5 times my sense. I was just going all over the place because Bear said he didn't care about our mechanics. He just wanted us all on the same target. So I was like, fuck it.
Yeah. Again, finding stuff that's comfortable for you is really, important.
Well, yeah, I was trying to figure out, like, so, because on certain characters, like Genji, I always want a higher sense. I don't actually use a higher sense unless, like, it's actually bothering me. But, like, I don't know. I was trying to figure it out because I don't, like, when I train my aim in aim labs, I use a sensitivity randomizer. So I train a spectrum of sensitivities anyways. So I can play double or half my sensitivity and it's fine. But I don't exactly know how to translate that into the game yet. So I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah. I think having, like, you have your warm-up in aim labs, and then having a in-game warm-up, whether that's like tryhard FFA, deathmatch, or some of like the like bot codes or 1v1 arenas.
Yeah, I gotta get one of those for Overwatch 2. All mine are for old shit.
Yeah, so just finding something that you enjoy and you feel is productive. Mm-hmm. But going back to this, right? The way that the fight kind of developed is we poked from here, right? I can get more into like the matchups, but for Sojourn specifically, like we poked here, got a pick, and then kind of pushed with our team, as opposed to if we went this way, like no one would be looking at us, And if we went like this way, less people would be looking at us, and then it can develop into this angle, right?
I like the high ground one. The hotel, I feel like they're just gonna turn, and Hanzo, like, because if I'm hotel and they've already like gone down one, the Hanzo's gonna look for a 1v1 with me. I think.
And that's where
And I don't like that.
I did a chat about it a while ago, but the correlation between like timing and how aggressive your angle is. So if you're here, it needs to be timed really well. Like everyone needs to be looking at your Orisa. You peek, shoot. As soon as they look at you, you get out, right? Over here, you have a lot more liberty on your timing. You're not going to instant eye to the Hanzo. You have more flexibility, right?
And I think that's really important on Sojourn because you don't have the one shot until you have it.
Exactly.
Like, it takes time to build it up. So it's not like your timing could be perfect on when you showed up, but you didn't.
might not have
Like
the
I
charge.
can't always. Yeah, I can't always account for how difficult the charge will be to get.
It's a little unfortunate, but we have.
I'm feeding there.
That's okay. We have spawn. Doesn't really matter. So we're gonna look at this next fight and ask ourselves the same questions, right? So looking for when we're gonna use our E, right? You can compare it to like Maywall and how annoying it is, for splitting their team, and then what angle we want to take, and then what space is, risky, right? So first thing we do is our E, right? What is this E accomplishing?
Not much. I'm looking for charge.
Yeah, not much, right?
Not much. Yeah. I mean, it just back, and it also isn't on the front end of the corner. It's on the back end. I didn't space it out distance-wise right. I should have aimed it more down.
Yeah, or even just wait,
That's
right?
also-
Because when do we want our E to like be active? Like when do we want it active?
Probably mid-fight if I had to choose. I just I don't.
And why?
For
Why
some
is it
reason in my
mid-fight?
head like it? I know it's mid-fight because that's when they're most likely going to want to do things, and so the value of the E or the orb would be to force them to change position or basically eat damage to hold a position, and so it forces them to make a judgment call, which can open up other opportunities.
Like if we put it like right here, right now, on this
Right.
corner, it would hit everyone.
Yeah.
So it either, like you said, force them into open space, make them back up. Either way, it's a win-win because it pressures their run. It puts
Correct.
like it indirectly helps you kill this Rhine, right? Now let's go back to the other example a little earlier in the fight. What's the most aggressive angle we can take that's safe? Looking at what parts of the map are free, that we can get to. And then again, that question is, if we use our slide, will we die? Like as if they have mobility to punish us.
Well, luckily no one on their team does, but I guess if I had to pick, the safest one would probably be streets. But if I had, I guess
There's like two. There's like I think
we
there's
don't
really
have
like two answers here,
what
right?
else?
So
We have window. Okay, well, I mean, okay, so if I wasn't looking into the details, I'd probably say streets, but here I could even go the top high ground and
Like
then
where?
like go down that alley, left up.
like here
Or
or like here.
I'm talking. Yeah, no, like I wouldn't even get that far probably. I'd be
like up
up
here?
in the top. Yeah, because there's no range drop off on Sojourn, so I could abuse this fact, and then, since I know that we have a window and that our team's probably going to be able to clear this lane that the Rhine's currently holding, they're more than likely going to have to back up to Boiler, and I could catch them all on the back to Boiler. But the only reason I don't really like this is because it would take me a minute to get to my team, but it's not that
It takes
bad.
you a minute, and also if they just int forward, you're just kind of out of the fight, right? So that's it's not
Right.
ideal.
That's why I'm saying the only reason I would do it is if it was window. 'Cause
Yeah.
we are going to window.
So what if we are up here? If we slide up here, what are they gonna do? Like if their Hanzo like wall climbs up, he'll have to like walk in front of your team. You still have your cooldowns to fuck him up, right? And then now, can this Reinhardt stand here? If you're up here, you're just gonna keep shooting him, right?
I mean,
Or even another example, like over here. If we're standing over here and putting pressure on this Reinhardt, which can transition to us sliding up here to like for more options, or we can just go into our team. Like this Reinhardt can't stand here, so this Reinhardt, we're eliminating the cover, so he has to kite back, or we're just gonna break his shield, right? Giving you
I
charge.
would definitely take this angle. I just
Yeah.
worry going any further.
right? But again, like the only people that can, the only thing that they can do is maybe their Sojourn fights you, and then you're in a 1v1.
100%. She's
Right.
sliding up those stairs and gonna beam me in the back. 100%. And then I have to drop into a Rhine Hammer or a Hanzo Storm Arrow. Like I don't know how I get back.
So
is the thing.
your Kiriko should not like. Your Kiriko should not just stay with the team. That's terrible, right? Your Kiriko will probably come with you, right? So you slide up here. Your Kiriko should TP with you, so they create an off angle, and now there's 2 people with you.
That would work.
Right?
I never count on anything other than myself.
Yeah, right. And since this is a scrim, we should, you can ask for resources, right? Ask pleb to TP with you. But again, same thing with the first point, right? This is safe. I mean, it's free, but it's a little risky, right? That's kind of like this. It's a little risky. Or we can play here, right? And just looking for spots to minimize their cover and create a passive advantage, right? Where if the enemy team does nothing, they just have to give space or die, right? And that's what you're creating.
I really think the moment I take this angle, Sojourn takes that other one you're talking about.
Okay, well now both teams have crossfires on each other, right?
That's how I think it would play out, honestly. I really think the Sojourn would recognize this, and then she would see the potential of me taking that angle and go ahead and take it.
Yeah, but what is this Sojourn doing? She's not doing that. Right?
Yeah.
Right? I think we're giving the enemy team too much respect. They're not doing it. Right? We're right here. We're shooting Ryan. We'd have a railgun. Let me get rid of the little bubbles. And then maybe we peek, headshot someone. If not, we go back to shooting Ryan. Shooting Ryan. Peek, headshot. Right? Back to charging your railgun. Peek, get a squishy, right? But where are we? No. Here. That's a good E. Yeah, we window. I think we just killed the Ryan with window anyway. Right?
This ends now.
We clean up with Soldier. Well, that's fine. Yeah. Right.
Cooling down.
Another way to look at it is the same thing with Kiriko, right? You don't want to be behind your tank the entire game, right? Unless you have to, right? So if there's no other options and you know this is the only option, then okay, right? But as soon as you have another option, you want to go for that. So like right now, the enemy team, maybe they're gonna touch, maybe they're not. Where do we want to be if they're gonna touch?
Up on that right building
Here?
thing, yeah, on top of that, yeah.
This is good, right? We have a good sight line, right? Another thing though, this is kind of the same direction that our team is taking, right? Just another, so this isn't bad. You know, this is also an option too, right? Showing that both are again, that same example where far right, well, that's this, and then far left is over here, right?
Yeah.
Both are good. And then we E when they walk in, right?
Railgun powered and ready to fire.
Shooting Ryan, yeah. Bigger assault,
Design at
nice.
work.
Only thing here, right? Once we charge up our shot, right? Just looking to peek, right? We charge up a shot off the tank, and then we don't want to shoot him anymore. If we can pick someone else, right?
Well, that's the thing. My team's like,
Efficient
they want
design
us
at work.
To shoot Ryan.
to kill the tank.
Okay. We're only losing
I
like
don't
a
know
second.
about that scenario in particular, but in general, that's why I am occasionally actually trying to kill the tank. Even though I know I could leave him alive for ult battery, I watched the other tank devour my team so much that I can't do it anymore. I gotta figure out when it's best just to get rid of him.
Yeah. Alright, so let's go replay this fight, right? So, what space does the enemy team have?
Nothing currently.
They have their
other
spawn
than
doors, yeah. They have nothing.
Okay, so yeah, wait, we have a... Is our Sojourn about to respawn, or did she just die?
She's about to...
Uh-uh.
I think she just died.
Dead.
It's hard to tell, yeah.
I think, yeah, she was the last kill, I think. So yeah, we should be holding this hard, I think.
Yeah. Right, so what's the best spot for us to hold this, you know?
I would want to be on the left, but I can't do that unless I'm confident my team's going to actually hold this, which I am not. They're backing and screaming.
Oh, they're backing? I don't know what comms are. Okay. Right.
I can tell just from looking at them. Look at the posture. They're fucking screaming and running. 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, right?
James ain't even turning around to look and see who's chasing him. He's just gone.
Yeah, right? So that's fine. If we were holding here, this would be really good, right?
Yeah.
Sets up that really good crossfire. And again, if we get scared and they walk through, we can always slide back to our team or slide away. You know, we have Farris holding this corner.
Hopefully back to my team.
Yeah.
But that's another thing. I slide the wrong direction against monkey comps 90% of the time because I feel like 90% of the directions I can slide are wrong.
Okay. Well, we can look at that. I mean, I think
So I gotta
they
figure
do
that out, too.
a little later. Alright, so we're up here now. Wait, when did we use our E? I didn't see that. Did we just...
Hold it.
Alright. So yeah. Again, I think we just kind of... What were we trying to do with this one?
Oh, I knew I was going on an off angle. I just want to get rid of it, I guess. I don't know. I should have just not used it.
Again, take it for that. Like when this Hanzo... Like, if you didn't see... Like, if your team wasn't pushing, then you don't E their team, right? And then now when this Hanzo pushes you, you can use it to fight and win the one... To help, win the 1v1, right?
Yeah. Because I can't without it.
Yeah, especially since you just use your slide, maybe you can be a lot more hesitant to throw your E out and save it for yourself. Since they have some people that... It might be the Kiriko, it might be the Soldier, it might be the Hanzo, right? Yeah. And then the other thing is... yeah, again, Kiriko should be up with you, and not on...
Store barrow.
Wherever Kiriko is. Oh, here, yeah. That's okay. You get dome.
Recalculating.
So yeah. Another thing too, looking at like this space, it could be contested, right? Like it's because both like your team is here, their team is here. It's kind of in the middle of both teams, and both teams can access it. So okay, let's see. This way.
Railgun charged.
Okay, so where do we want to be? What space is free, and what's the most aggressive angle we can take that's free?
I guess Mega.
Like here, like over here.
No. I mean, I can route that way, but
Which mega?
the next one.
Like over here?
Yeah.
So what's the problem with that? We have to cross this, right?
Yeah. So I'm just defaulting for now. I guess. Are you talking about like before that?
Well, like where do we want to be? The enemy team's holding this corner, right? I don't think they're gonna let you walk through here, right?
Yeah. I guess that other first Mega then.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I just start that pathing.
So how many angles do you guys have on the enemy team, and how many do they have on you? If you're here, right? Again, you can use cover so that you're only shooting the Rhine until you have your railgun. Peek, shoot someone else, right? So you're not just like peeking 5 people, right? So
I might figure this out actually later in the match. I'm starting to remember. I may not.
yeah.
I may figure it out.
And this is what makes Sojourn so oppressive. She can take these spots really quickly, have a one-shot, and then get somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
So we can, let's say we're here this fight, we have our railgun, maybe we one-tap someone, maybe we don't, and we look at when our Orisa pushes, right? Now we can, still shooting, we can throw an E to split off their, pressure their Ana, or to split Rhine, right? Yeah, we are here, good. It's just a little, like, good pick. Hey, yeah. Again, what I'm just worried about is if the enemy team, like they're on a Rhine, they shouldn't just stand here and then run away. Like they're probably gonna fight a little harder for it, and probably just walk into your team. So that's what I'm worried about. We pop ult, that's fine. We fuck them up. Nice. So right now, where do we want to be?
Cybernetics regulating.
They're all
probably that
dead.
position I was talking about earlier.
Like up here, or up
Yeah.
here? Yeah, both are fine, right? We can put some pressure here. They're probably gonna walk out here, shoot.
Yeah, the only reason I don't like the high
card.
ground is because I'm predicting, like, okay, so assuming we do this correctly, it's going to turn into one of those situations where we gotta clean up cart before they start the stagger stall bullshit. So being on high ground as a hit scan, it makes my aiming multi-dimensional, where I could simplify it by being relatively leveler. And since the one on the left is like not as high but still a lift, it gives me the advantage of being able to back a little bit for cover, but without the drawback of having a very multi-dimensional aiming process.
Of course, yeah, that's fine.
Me down.
But unfortunately, I'm sitting hard.
Yeah, right.
I just back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think actually, we were down here. I think
we're
that's
just
why
down our Orisa.
Yeah, I think we were waiting. Maybe that's why I didn't take a position. I may have just been going for part space.
Okay, where do we want to go now?
Probably get that position now. I mean, I think I'm gonna end up looking mega, but there's really no point because they can back and then like quickly engage on me. So really, if anything, if I'm gonna take the angle I'm about to, what I should do is take this mega or whatever space, pressure the Rhine a little bit, and then come out that door and then shoot across to that high ground on the left.
Like come
kind
up
of
here?
behind where so yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as our team is engaging, I should give my team time to get to where they need to be to engage the
Yeah, like
Rhine
Arano's
while
back here,
I'm
maybe
taking,
Arano's not ready or whatever. Yeah.
Right. I'll give them time to do that while I'm taking that other mega over there, that mega room, and then as soon as they're ready, I'll jut across to here.
Yeah. And what can they do? Like the soldier can slide into you. Okay, well she's also getting shot at by your entire team. Your BAP, your
Hopefully.
Kiriko, Orisa, right? You can get healed, right? So it's
Hopefully.
both you're both fighting for that position.
Yeah.
You get healed up,
Thanks for the help.
right?
I want that payload moving. Stacked, railgun powered and
Yeah.
ready to fire.
Yeah. So right now, like right away, we can take this because especially since they backed up.
Yep.
Right.
But I'm
And that-
distracted looking for the one shot. I'm like, I need to hit this, and I miss it. So I should have just taken a position with it rather than worrying about hitting it.
Yeah. And then now the only problem is like this Reinhardt comp. What does Reinhardt want? Like in terms of where the enemies are. Like where does he want the enemy team?
Fuck if I know.
Just in front of him, right? He has a shield,
I guess.
right? He
yeah.
wants everyone. Like if people are, if you're playing Pharah, you got a people above.
But
There's
even
a tracer.
then, I mean,
if everyone's
me on
around
Rhine,
him, yeah,
you should see my Rhine.
right. Well, I'm getting at is
But-
like Ryan doesn't like people everywhere, right? He wants everyone in front of him so he can shield it and swing on it,
Yeah.
right? If people are left, people are right, people are right. It's just kind of Ryan's not gonna have a good time, right?
Yeah.
And those are the
then he's got to
positions-
shield a lot.
Exactly, right? And then his shield's gonna break, and then he can't do anything because he has to shield every direction. And that's what we want to get out of these positions. We shoot, shoot, shoot. We get a railgun charge. Either we hit it here or we slide, and now we're here in a more aggressive position, and we can E here or E here, right? So you have the right idea, right? It's just taking it sooner. We wouldn't get shattered, and we'd be like here now, applying pressure, right? And again, no one's looking
it's so
at you.
funny. It's like I slid like perfectly to do that, and then my ADHD brain saw the Rhine shield and was like,
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I think we win this anyway.
but
Might be another fight.
What's the rush?
if I can get rid of this bitch.
Yeah, you got him.
Stay down.
Yeah.
Never mind.
No,
No,
we
we're
don't win
done.
this
We're
fight.
out.
Nothing a quick repair
Yeah.
won't fix.
Unless I may turn it. I can't remember what happened. No. That's what I wanted with that shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm clearly seeing I've been terrorized into defaulting.
Yeah.
Not do that.
Right?
But it's because I'm on this fucking character. God damn character, bro.
Do you not have a lot of playtime on Soldier? Because you
I
picking.
have so much.
Oh.
Now I do. It's like all I play nowadays. Because if I don't play it, everyone calls me a fucking beating thrower. So.
Oh,
I,
yeah.
but even then, I have like a 40% win rate. So it's like, all right, I'll play it to make them happy, even though they don't pay attention to like the actual
Yeah.
stats of it. But I really like the character because of how diverse her kit is. But at the same time, it brings out my biggest weakness is like I will try to min-max everything, like in my own kind of like crackhead fashion. So I end up like wasting stuff that I shouldn't be. So I'm figuring out here now, looking
Yeah.
at it.
Again, just thinking about like, let's look at our E again, right? Like, when do we want? I think we do take the other high ground, which is we slide midway.
See, I'm telling you, I'm thinking about doing it, and then I
Yeah.
get distracted.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe that I get distracted that fast, but I'm seeing myself do it.
Yeah. And like you're saying the right answers, but you're watching it back, you're knowing like, oh, you want to do that, and that's like you're halfway there already. Right, and then we just win it. Yeah.
It's the discipline.
Yeah, and that's what you
That's
can.
what I need to get.
And that's what you can accomplish by just watching your own gameplay back, right? And that's why I started with the
Yeah.
questions, because it's a really good way for like self-improvement. You just watch this back, you have questions, and you're answering them, right? Right, and then you can come to the conclusion. I think you guys first full hold after like 5 minutes of waiting.
See, when I VOD myself, I'll spiral into like I'll go through this like questioning and answering process, but I'll spiral through it until I've got this like massive wad of shit to work on that I can't like
Yeah.
like tangibly piece through and like schedule out. So I
And-
end up just like knowing all of my mistakes and not apply any of it because I have too much
So
in my
how
head.
can you fix that?
Well, I've got to categorize it, and I've got to break it down to like what I want to do now. I just got to pick something and do the best
Yeah.
thing I can think of.
And make sure that it's, as applicable to like as many scenarios as possible, right? Like if maybe you have some very good notes on how to 1v1 a tracer or something, right? But is that
Yeah.
happening every game? No, right? So maybe other stuff is a little more applicable, right? And that's why looking at, especially why I like the first and the last question is like what space is free, like looking at that and like what space is safe, unsafe, and contested can really apply to all characters, right? Like this space is free, you can flank a tracer, take this route, that this space is unsafe because they're playing, so you can respect that, right? It's a good it's a very universal. And then we'll look at the next map. What's this? Nepal? I think this is the right Nepal. Yeah, it's yellow.
I'm gonna have to buy more sticky notes. I'm just out.
I feel that. So we're on Echo now. So what do we want to do in Echo? What does any what are we thinking?
I was just gonna prove to them that double flyer is sexy, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I have been really struggling with the echo mechanics in Overwatch 2 because of the speed boost increase, and it's really amplified in the fly effect. So here I'm trying to hold on to the reins of a chariot with horses that are too strong, basically.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm actually interested to see what I do here, like
Okay.
from another perspective rather than just playing it.
Yeah.
I waste E, or not E, the sticky.
It's okay. So like just going back, like what do we want to do? Like if you're like simplifying, we have this comp, they have that comp. What do we want to do in like 2 sentences to them?
I'm gonna be honest with you, the only thing I could really think of, like, in the moment was to just be annoying. But looking at it now, I'm guessing I could blow up their, what's the name? Sojourn, if I just manage or Reaper. I guess I'm looking to, blow up one of the targets that has popped their cooldown, because everyone on their team has fuck you, I'm gonna live forever cooldown.
Okay.
I mean, Lucio has an E, Kiriko has TP, Reaper has Wraith, Sojourn has Slide. The moment I see one of those, I call it, and then I should engage on it. And
What
you
if they
know,
never use
with-
them? Right? How do we make them use
if
them?
they never use them, then I'm just gonna sticky someone with a rocket on the way, or sticky and then call it, and then
Okay.
use the E. I mean, like,
That's good.
as Echo, I can simplify it to a 1v1, but I guess team fight wise, I need to just like focus fire on someone.
Yeah, right. Just
I mean,
po-
I feel like-
so that's the first sentence, right? We want to poke them out,
Yeah.
right? So we can, and then going further into, so we can force cooldowns, and then we can kill something off that, right?
Mhm.
But first off, like we poke them out, right? And how do we increase the effectiveness of our poke, right? Like, like this. Okay, Monkey's not gonna. He's not gonna use his bubble because he's standing here, right? How do we make this not safe space for the monkey or for the Kiriko? How do we make this not safe space?
I just take a better angle that
Yeah.
makes it not safe for them.
Exactly. So that's our comp in 2 sentences. We want to take angles and surround them, so we can poke them out and then force cooldowns and kill
Yeah,
them.
that's
Right.
kind of what's annoying about double flyers. It can be anywhere.
Right. So yeah, we send a fair. So like they're on point. So it's very simple. We put one flyer on one side, one flyer on the other. Wherever they're going, we want you and our Pharah never together, and just being as annoying as possible. And then the same.
Yeah.
Remember the first question we asked on Sojourn? What's the most aggressive angle you can take safely? It's the same thing here. Since your Pharah is already here, right? We probably don't want to be there. So this is very safe. We just shoot them. That's fine. And it'll apply more to later team fights. Right, and we do that, right? We sit here, and we just shoot him. The monkey used bubble, that means the monkey's killable. We pressure with our stickies. We kill the soldier, or we get her really low. Bubble again. We are using cover, right? And then eventually they die. Yeah. Because another way, if you don't know what your team wants to do, what does the enemy team want to do? They have Lucio, Reaper, Monkey. Do those characters want to sit there and do nothing? They want to go on something, right? And they're not doing that, so you're winning, right? They're just AFK, and that's perfect for you guys. So what do we want to do now? New fight. So what's the most aggressive angle we can take on the enemy team that isn't being taken already, right?
Over the top. That or
Over the top?
kitchen.
Yeah. Well, now they're going.
But
now they're going
honestly,
main.
Pharah and I are taking over the top. It's kind of pointless other than just to be obnoxious. I could have taken kitchen, but then I might would have got 1v1 by Lucio. I'm not sure how that would have felt, but
we don't
like,
in here. Like we don't have to go through here. We're on Echo, right? Where else can we go? Where else can we go?
other side of point, like
Yeah.
coast.
Yeah, like this is pretty annoying, right?
Yeah, I don't like being target. And I'm gonna be honest with you, most of the time, like in these scenarios, if I take this positioning, I know it's the ideal positioning, but then I'm the target, and I always die.
So what can we do to prevent? So what can they do to you? The monkey can jump you. You can get one tap.
Yeah.
You'll get one taps from anywhere, right? It's Sojourn, right? So the cast can shoot you.
It's the monkey. Against monkeys, I can't take ideal positioning. I feel like
Well,
unless
what
I
are you
literally
gonna do?
have all cooldowns and a teammate.
Well, we have fly, right? If he jumps us and we fly away, like
And then
here.
he'll just jump again when I'm done flying. It'll be right back.
Yeah, but as long as it's timed right, our mercy should come to us, right? We should get support, right?
Yeah, that's my bad.
Right. So we just
I just don't call.
if you're going back to like taking these positions you want to, but you feel like they're not working. Well, the only way to make it to have a better success at taking these positions is to try it more in scrims, right? Like. Nobody's gonna get upset at you for unless you're dying every 2 seconds in every
but
single
to be
fight.
honest with you, my scrims are so much easier than my comp.
And that's because it's just a lot more organized, right? Like there's things that are going to happen.
The players are actually just worse.
That too.
I'm telling you, we scrim lower than my MMR puts me in comp. I mean, I know I'm Diamond 4 now, but whatever it is, bro, I'm telling you, these players aren't as good.
Yeah, right.
Maybe it's because they rely on teamwork.
What, the enemy team?
Scrim teams, yeah.
Oh well, that's a big thing, right? That's what differentiates.
Like, they're not actually good. They just have a team.
you can really punch above your weight class with good teamwork, right?
Yeah.
And that's
that's
the
definitely
reason
true.
that there's different matchmaking. When you stack as 5 players in ranked, you don't go against solo players. And if you do go against all solos, they're like 300 SR higher than what your stack is, right? That's just how ranked is. So it knows like the power of stacking. So yeah, like we answer this question. Well, this is really annoying. This could be really annoying. But what did you say would happen when you go here? The Lucio might fight you, right? So it's not that safe.
Yeah, I mean they can send whoever they want. Like it gives them an easy thing to do instead of fighting my whole team. Like I hate when my positioning gives them the ability to choose something other than dealing with the real problem. The real problem is fighting my team. But if they can just choose to fight me before they have to fight my team, then I'm feeding my position.
Well, there's 2 things to answer that, right? The simple solution is then don't be here. There's other options. We said this is the option. And a second thing is timing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're playing characters like Tracer, that's good. They're all looking at you, right? But are they all looking at you here, or are they all looking at you when they're on point and your team can kill them, right?
Yeah.
So if they walk onto point and they're walking in, you drop down, maybe you get a little unlucky and you mess up your fly, but they're still all looking at you, but they're still in a position that your team just fucks them, right? So it's not that bad, right? And there will be times when they just hard look at you. It's just making sure that that's not at a bad time for your team overall, right? Especially if you have cooldowns.
Actually, I'll just wait till it happens. Never mind.
Yeah, right? So again, if we're like over here, yeah, we shoot them, fuck them up. This isn't bad too. We just, they're walking towards us, so. And they just die. Yeah. The enemy team is literally snail speed, dude.
They don't know what to do to this. They really
just
don't.
dive Zen.
Well, no, they need to swap to Diva.
Oh yeah, no, definitely swap to D.Va. Get off the Cassidy, because then we can just dive and kill the Cassidy. We don't have to force anything. He just jump in and he dies.
Or they could hit a rail. I mean.
Yeah, they could hit a rail. It's always a threat. This is good. We pressure them trying to take an angle. It's fine. Yeah. But again, it's the same thing, right? If we were to let's look at this top down, go back a little bit. And if we were to draw an arrow from the enemy team to our team, how would that arrow look like? Or how many arrows would there be?
I know the words for this. Wait, are you talking about right now?
Yeah, right now.
Oh, right now it's actually the inverse. But, so from us, or from them to us, it's convergent, and from us to them, it's divergent.
Yeah, that's a way to look at it. I like to... Yeah?
Yeah. Well, I guess actually now, because I mean, I guess if you count our Mercy and Zen, I don't know. It depends on what you're counting. Are you counting the clumps, or are you just counting like every single person?
The meaningful damage.
Then yeah, what I said, yeah.
Right. Yeah, because like if we have one arrow on them, they kind of have one direction of damage on us, and if we establish more arrows, it applies more pressure. It splits attention.
Yeah, and they have to like diverge and split their attention, and we can converge onto a single point and confine them to a lane, a position, a spot.
And that's what I was saying with Soldier. And on the you're taking a position and you're on the Reinhardt, right? You have two angles on this Rein. He cannot stay there. He just has to run away, or he has to go forward and play go in and go play quick before you get too much value out of that angle, right?
Yeah.
And in this fight, we only have one, arrow, right? As the fight devolves, it's not. We have a few angles around them, but especially pre-fight is what I spend a lot of time on. Because if the pre-fight's bad, then the mid-fight isn't good.
I'm sorry, my aim.
I would kill them.
I'm not on the right sense. It's cracking me up.
It's okay. Another thing too, to know about which angle we want to take is we need to know where the enemy team is. So just getting in the habit of if we can, flying up. Oh, I know they're going high ground, right? So then we can set up for high ground. Maybe you have your dupe. Maybe we go fly around. We wait for them to walk out. We go in here and fuck them up. Sticky E dupe and go in. Cause
who do you think I should dupe here?
It really depends on the situation. If we can dupe the monkey and get a primal off, that's great. If we're a little further back and we can dupe the Ashe to get a Bob off, that's great. Kiriko isn't bad too. Her ult's really good. So it really depends where you are, right? If you're far away, some of them are longer range heroes. If you're in their face, maybe like a monkey or a Kiriko to get the ult off quickly. But again, and your ultimate, just using it as an extension of what you want to do. You want to put a really aggressive angle, and your ult, at the very least, it gives you a second life, right? At the very least, right? So when they all look at you, you live, right? Yeah. Yeah. So like right here, we're at long range, so we dupe the Ashe, and we get a second life, right? But the big thing I'm looking at, right, is as they walk out of high ground, right? Where do we want to be, right?
I'm just in a really shitty spot, and then I get caught, and I have to dupe, and it ends up shitty, and I didn't even like that play at all.
Yeah.
I'm never doing that again.
So, well, it's okay. We learned from it, right? So we see that they're going up top. We're a little late. Well, where are they going to go? Right? They're on top. Where are they going to go now? They're probably going to go to point, right? Or to us, right? Which is toward, in the direction of point. So maybe we can go left side. Right? We have our dupe, we can pressure, or we can be on high ground.
They definitely want us.
Yeah.
They definitely at this point have to have realized that they can hold point from us. That's not an option for them.
Right.
They've swapped to double hit skin or whatever the fuck they're on.
Yeah. And then the rest of this is just mid fight's really just target focus, so it comes down to. We come back for the next fight. So where do we want? We're on Soldier. It's fine. So where do we want?
Yeah, I said fuck it. We ball.
That's okay, right? So where do we want to go?
I wasn't considering that at all. Here, I guess we would want me to be on their side, kinda.
Well, like all the
But-
way over here.
Yeah, assuming that we were able to take this angle. However, if they decide to or want to, I guess I don't know enough about this build to predict what they're gonna do actually. But if they want to jump on us and really fight us in the doorway, then I'd want to come out kitchen or main.
Yeah, very simple, right? They're probably, we have to walk through chokes, right? Very, very applicable to every single map. There's chokes that we have to walk through. They're probably
Yeah.
gonna fight us at the choke, right? Which choke,
Maybe.
right? So maybe they fight us here. If they don't, they'll fight us at like the point choke, or we just, maybe not at all, right? Because depending on
Dude,
the
I've seen them fight us like in the middle too, like where they're standing right now. Like some teams will like wait for you to come out so that they can pick their target more accurately and ping it and all that nonsense and jazz, and they'll dive us wherever. Like so, like I don't roll anything out. I try to think about like I don't know. Like if I am sitting here thinking about it, I try to like.
Well, another
go
way to
through
look at it, like this monkey and Lucio, they want to jump on you guys, right? And we don't want to spend that time like running away living.
Right.
So did someone join? Oh, hey, Shantai. Right.
Yeah, he's
so
lurking.
like you said, we can come out kitchen.
Wait, why do you sound like that, Lyarii?
I'm so sick, bro. I have no idea what's going on.
Oh,
I also am
bro,
super,
you sound
like,
so different. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Dude,
Also,
I'm
we
telling
shouldn't
you.
bomb. I don't know why we bombed. But yeah, again, just looking to pressure from a different angle because they're all gonna look at your team. We come this way. If they still jump us, we slide away. There's a mini here, and we can go come main. Or we can come main if we want, right? Shoot. Split their attention.
Wait, why is the screen so dark, Gabe?
Is it dark?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so if anything's wrong with the stream, you're now gonna find out because I'm not one to complain about anything ever. I just literally am like so in the moment that I'm not gonna complain. But Shantai will probably notice it and be like, it's blurry or something like that.
I noticed it, and it's dark.
Okay, let me try this. Is this
Better flash make me. Oh my god!
That's really, really bright, actually.
Okay, well pick.
How did you do that?
You're gonna do that.
But you gotta make up your mind if you want it bright or dark.
I'd prefer dark.
Okay.
Well, I
Well,
thought you were gonna turn into a normal brightness level. Now,
Honestly, I wasn't minding it. My brightness on my display is already low.
Gabe
but-
really said think fast, chuckle nuts.
yeah. Okay, is this the right? Yeah, this is the one I want to talk about. Okay. So we're on Shrine, right? So we're gonna ask ourselves the same question, right? What's the most aggressive angle we can take safely, right? And since they're on Monkey, we have to be very cognizant of our slide. As soon as we use it, if we're not far away, like over a monkey jump distance, or with our team, we're probably gonna die.
Dude,
Right.
I wanted to play Bastion here, and they just wouldn't let me.
Bastion's not
Can you believe
terrible with
that?
Ryan.
Can you believe that?
I think the bigger sin is playing Reinhardt with Pharmacy. I think that's just terrible.
Bro, I will say, bro,
It's
I don't know
so
why we
bad.
picked Ryan. I don't know why we picked Ryan. It was the,
Dude,
I couldn't do
Shantai-
anything. It was the dumbest thing.
Shanta, I rang too, and I was multing about the same thing, and I just got
Wait, you-
overruled. I rang for Quest a
Bro.
while ago. We farmed.
Wait, was it the same? Was
Hold
it
on, I'll be
Ryan
right
on this
back.
map?
No, it was on Eichenwald. Eichenwald attack. We played Ryan Pharmacy.
Why?
I just wanted to like cry.
Ryan and Pharmacy don't go together, like,
They
because they
couldn't
all
be
just focus
more
me.
opposite of like synergy.
Because they all just focus. They
Yeah.
just focus the Pharah.
Yeah, like the Ryan.
And that's bro, if you look in the VOD, if you keep watching, that's what happens to me. I can't play Pharah. And
Yeah.
normally I can play Pharah in a double hit scan if we have like a ball or a diva or something.
something, yeah, but you don't.
not a fucking Ryan.
But Lyarii, so what's like looking at the map, right? We see where do we want to, assuming both teams will get to the middle at the same-ish time. Where do we want to be? Right?
I
What's
think
his?
he said he'll be our back.
Oh, did he? I didn't hear. We were
Yeah.
talking.
Okay, hello, I'm back.
All good. So
Yeah.
what's?
Sorry, I had to get more milk for the chocolate milk.
Oh, that's
What's up
yo.
with you and chocolate milk?
Bro,
Yo,
it's like the only
goes
thing I have
crazy.
in my life. I don't have women, I don't have like friends, I don't have like medicine or like sugar. Like I have to eat like meat and like
The
when I
good,
get
the good stuff.
sad, I get sick and blah blah blah.
You get sick when you get sad?
Yeah, my emotions literally physically fucking affect me. Like if I get too sad, I'll get really bad sick.
It's the same thing with Shan, Shantai.
Really? I didn't know that.
It's like
Yeah.
I think it can be for like specific immuno whatever the fuck. Like it has
Oh,
to
you
do with
get
your immune system.
compromised when you're sad.
It's I don't know.
I don't know
Maybe
the science
that
of it.
I don't. Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm not a
That doesn't
doctor.
make any sense to me.
I don't ask questions. I just take the evidence for
Why
what
don't
it
you?
is.
Why don't you ask questions? If someone told you that, I would ask many questions.
No one's really told me that. That's just from life experience. I figured this out. Like it's a
Yeah.
pattern.
Oh. Well, I don't know.
But yeah, Lyarii, so where do we want to go?
We want
So what question, before we
to
answer
go
that,
Bastion.
we do want to go Bastion. We do. But before we answer that, what's the question that makes that question easier? Right?
Why the fuck are we on Ryan?
Well,
Well.
that I don't know.
What?
But what space is free, safe, unsafe, or like contestable? Like both teams are gonna fight for it. You know, and we probably don't want to be there, right? Looking at this picture, little bubbles. I can play it out in slow mo too.
Okay. All right. All right. I picked the question off the wall. I think this one's it. Okay. This is the question I need to ask myself. How is my positioning giving my damage the best possible value?
That's a good way to look at it. So what's to further elaborate on that question, what's the most value our damage can do? We can kill them, right? Like we straight up kill them with our damage, right?
Yeah, but I don't even know that that's. I mean, I guess that's the most valuable, but like for real,
You're probably
it's more about
you're that
putting them in a position to die. Like if
Yeah.
like I could actually get more value out of forcing them to die 5 seconds later than just insta killing them, because technically then the respawn's even later, and so there's even more value in that technically.
yeah. There's different
Just
like
setting
it's on
up,
a level. It's not just like one answer. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
like setting up my team to just wipe the shit out of them and take the point.
So think about that Kings Row second example. Where can we be to put them in like a lose-lose situation where if they stand there, they still die? Right?
Well, since Shantai's left, I need to take top right.
Yeah. Right? If we jump high ground and the monkey jumps us, he's jumping to high ground. We can drop right back to our supports. So the initial jump is pretty safe, especially since our Ana can see us.
Can I? Yeah, I think I can make that.
I'm pretty sure. At least list the little ledge and then you can take the extra step, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah, you make the ledge, but you won't make it all the way up from a different place.
Right? Right, and then what are we actually doing, right?
We're defaulting because I have PTSD, homie. Look at my ranked matches. Come on.
And then again, talking about our E, right? Like that's something that like I guess that's homework, right? The first thing is I want us to look at like the different ways.
Oh, I'm telling you, my orb usage is going to drastically change right after this.
Okay.
Guaranteed.
Let's go. Yeah. And then again, giving the example like with the Hanzo, right? If we jump high ground and something jumps us, we have our E to help us live, right? We slow the monkey away, easier time for us to get healed, or if whatever jumps you, right?
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, my damage stats are gonna suck.
Yeah.
But I'll get more kills.
Yeah, right. And again, looking at this fight, like all we can really do is pressure their monkey, right? Let's replay this fight. I gotta go further back.
Yeah, I just gotta farm him and try to dink someone if I'm lucky.
Yeah, we're up here, we're shooting. Maybe we reload as we walk, right? So we don't have downtime, right? And now we're shooting this monkey. Maybe we drop if we want to make the shots a little easier, right? And we can still slide
It's
to
not
Omega.
that bad. It's not that high.
Yeah, right? And then
I think
again,
you need
our
an extra
E
2
usage,
meters.
right? We can E on their supports, right? To apply pressure to them.
Backline, yeah.
Backline, right? We can also E the monkey, but these people will get more value here. We're shooting, we're shooting. We farmed a railgun, and now we have access to squishies with that railgun, right? We're still here. We're like no one would be looking at us, right? And even if they do look at us,
since Shantai went there, I'd want to be elephant.
oh yeah,
now.
we'd want to be elephant, but we saw Shantai go here first, so then it's kind of we're not as mobile as the far
Shantai,
left.
if you pick a side, stay the side.
No, I literally can't. They pressure me out, so I have to
You
go.
can go
I have
behind
to,
them.
I have to move.
Okay, then you gotta tell me that.
Yeah.
You have to change at the same time.
And
like,
that's something-
fine, but we change at the same time.
And that's
'Cause
something
if
that
we're
we
in the
can
same spot,
communicate.
it gets
Well,
fucked.
the thing is, if you're top right, then they won't pressure me out because they're taking pressure from the left and the right, so they'll either have to look at me or you, and then we can stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're top right, then I wouldn't have had to move. I would have stayed over there.
Ideally, yes.
Yeah, right. Again, and that's
assuming
what
you're
we
right
can
and sometimes
communicate,
you're
right? Like Lyarii, you can go in, like go even like we're in spawn, you're like, where do I want to go? Maybe I want to go top right, like even before the match starts, right? And then that's where we start, and then we can see what decisions we make after that, right? So
I gotta
maybe
get past the whole Bastion thing and just accept the fact that I'm on Sojourn.
yeah, we're on Sojourn jail at least until like the next 4 days or something, 3 days.
I have to actually think.
So yeah, right, we'd be up here applying pressure. So let's look at let's just keep playing this fight from this POV, right? Monkey bubbled. Maybe we go aggressive after the monkey bubbles. We still get another, Alright, let's look at next fight. So what happens next fight? We're just waiting for our team, so this doesn't matter. We're just shooting. Maybe you get a pick, maybe you don't. Right, so where's our team going? Our team's going right. It's Reinhardt, right? Yeah. So where do we want to be?
I couldn't tell you. The best thing I could think of was where I am, actually.
Yeah, it's not terrible, right? The only thing is like getting line of sight on like, these people, right? Let me tap back into Discord. There we go. Yeah. All right.
What's the rush?
Yeah. So what could we? Let's replay this fight, right? Our team. We see our Reinhardt walking, right? What if we just like walked up here, right? Started shooting. Assuming Shantai isn't fucking murdered wherever he is, right? Assuming Shantai's still alive, right? Our Rein is pressuring from here, so all of their attention is on our Reinhardt, right? We walk up here. Maybe we E and just fight this Cassidy. Take the 1v1, right?
Yeah, I feel like I gotta do that at range, though.
Yeah, and or even maybe he's like walking away. And we pick
I'd be
up here.
tempted to take Elephant, but I guess, yeah, since he walks away, that's fine.
Yeah, and then again, when we're doing this, it's really important that our Reinhardt walks, right? So look at when our Reinhardt walks, right? Like they all, they're all looking, they're literally all looking at him, right? So that's where we, shoot a little bit, shoot safe. Oh, we see that our tank is walking, whether it's a monkey, a diva, Ryan, then we pressure, right? Because they're not going to look at us. And now we have this really juicy angle to put our E on their squishies and, go for picks. Or just apply pressure, right? They have to, like you said, they have to kite back into a position that's easier for you guys to get kills, right?
Yep.
But then where do we, we're kind of stuck in like a weird spot, right? Okay, back here. Yeah, and then now we're following Ryan, right? So. Again, so this is the new like front like straight line, right? Enemy team is here, this is their arrow. Our team is here, our arrow is going to be this way. What space is free? That we can make a different arrow. You're already with your team, right? So where can we go?
Yeah. I guess top right.
Top right.
Maybe try to split them back.
This is pretty good. So let's say we slide up here, and I'll put it in like half speed. We're sliding, we pop our ult. We can shoot the back, we can shoot the cast, we can keep shooting. They're still in our line of sight standing here. We definitely, there's 3 squishies that we can shoot, right? We'll probably kill one of them eventually, right? If we want to, we can drop, right? And maybe now, now we see the Ash as well, right? And we still have, cover, right? But since we're following our Ryan, right? All their attention is also in here, instead of like if you're up here or something. Or up here.
Yeah.
Okay, lamp. I think we win the fight anyway. Yeah, we just roll anyway. But killer. Nice dude. So let's look at next fight, right? You run away. It's fine. Get some poke. Where do we want to be? Alright, so we have they're coming out of spawn. What angle do we want to take as they walk up? I'll play it in slow speed.
Maybe just elephant?
Yeah.
Just hold elephant?
Yeah, we could hold elephant. Right, we just keep shooting him from this way. Let's play in real time, so you know. We're shooting. Monkey jumps. We're shooting monkey. But he slept. Alright. Or I don't know why we nano Reinhardt. I'm very confused. But
I think. Yeah, I guess it's because he was gonna die.
no, I thought he pinned in. He literally pinned in.
No, because Pleb was gonna die.
Oh. That's Pleb's fault.
True. But I mean, I guess that's why he nanoed.
I still think it's just better than NFR every single time.
Yeah, probably. But
Like, you just one tap them. Ryan just lives 10 seconds longer. Like, yeah. Yeah, because like let's see how we got low. It's just from like probably taking spam. Yeah. Right. Like that spam wasn't even targeted towards you. It was just this general direction, right? Yo, Pup's playing the game.
That looks so stupid.
Oh, it's okay. We're waiting.
What the fuck? I didn't even know that was an area. What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's useless, but I didn't. It's cool that it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I looked at it actually.
Yeah. Another thing
I made
too.
use out of it.
Yeah. Another thing too is you can get I forget what I think it's like a rotation bait. It's like you can get deposited, right? So let's say you guys rotate high ground. We deposit Pleb and Soldier in here, or maybe you deposit you, and then your Rhine drops and walks this way. See how we still have the two arrows, an arrow this way and an arrow this way, but you didn't like make a rotation anywhere. You just stayed where you were, right? That's another option too, right? If you know if your Rhine's going somewhere, you can just stay halfway.
Yeah, the risk is, of course, bank robbers when the monkey jumps on the deposit.
Yeah, right. But then we have slide, right? We have slide.
Yeah, and then yeah.
So we we have a Lucio to help us out, right?
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. Right. So one thing here, we just got to be careful of this slide, right? Because now you just slid, they all like this pass just turns the corner and kills you,
I
right?
don't understand how it doesn't count.
Precision and control.
Should just hit it.
Yeah.
That's just terrible.
Yeah. And we're fucking them up, right? But I think the bigger thing is they're just, they're not looking at you, right? So we could have made that same play.
Yeah,
right?
why are they not looking at me?
I think they're just bad. I think these people are just bad.
I knew it, bro. I knew
Oh yeah,
it.
this team was dog shit, bro.
Right? But we could have gotten like deposited, stayed up here. We could have like walked elephant, right? Like we come around, we turn the corner as our Rhine pushes. Again, the only thing that can really jump us is a monkey, right? And we know that again, timing it well, this monkey's distracted. He's looking at your whole team, right? So we turn this corner, put an E here, bam, we fuck him up. Right? And that way we don't even need our slide, right? We slide once we get pressured, right? Yeah. And we still, win the fight, fuck him up anyway. Oh no, we lose this fight.
Recalculating.
Okay.
Some fiddlesticks.
Yeah. And I think that timing of our angles is the biggest problem for this next round. Right? Yeah. Let me go to your POV. Right.
Oh, here's where I thought we were supposed to just keep rotating, but I don't know why we didn't. I thought we were gonna play Ring Around the Rosie for real. But then we deposited an Orisa on point.
Yeah, no, I don't know why we left it a sound point. Right. But again, we want to just be aware of our team. Like if we're doing that, like we kind of have to do something. Right.
Poor investment, but it's all right.
Yeah.
Low return. AP wide down the drain. Why is that not a boop? Oh, because he hit the fucking
He just went up.
Yeah.
dildo.
He hit the yeah.
Yeah. And then we're gonna end it off with one more map on Busan. Which Busan is it?
Did you guys watch Eichenwald?
I think did you guys roll Eichenwald?
I think we did, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm not talking about it. Right.
Makes sense.
So I want to look at Mecha Base. I think it's, I don't know, I forgot, I didn't write down a map on Busan. Busan. Yeah.
Oh, I think I remember this. I think I died like 3 times in a row and I had 400 damage. You don't want to look at this.
Yeah, but you're GM and I'm Diamond 4, so.
I don't think this was as much you. I think it was just a team being Vega.
True, but like,
no, bro,
I still don't
do
like it.
more. Tell
Oh,
me
that.
how.
Oh. Yeah, I want to look at Mega Base. That's the one I actually remember looking at. Okay, Mega Base, yeah. Okay, so the same thing with Sojourn, right? We're going to look at what space is free, what space is not free. And then looking to take... That's when we start. Looking to take... what's the safest angle we can take, right? That, you know, gets value. Or the most aggressive angle we can take that's safe. Right? All the audio's bugging out. Oh, you guys can hear, it's fine. Right? So, if our team's going... Which way is our Orisa going? Where's our Orisa?
West.
Orisa's going, yeah, left. So we can probably be right. Right?
Yeah, I should have headed east.
Right? Yeah, like, they, you know... Our Orisa's gonna go here. They're all gonna look at our Orisa, because she's big, you know, tanky Orisa. And that leaves us free. So let's replay this fight.
Do you think my team could handle cardinal directions?
No.
No. Right?
Because what is north, south, east, and west with no fucking relation
Left,
to
right,
anything?
up, down.
Yeah,
You would
exactly.
just-
But it's not in like comparison. Like there's no basis to base it off of.
Wait, so you don't... Wait, what are you talking about? You don't
In game,
understand?
in game, there's no, like, there's
Okay,
no. It's like
what
fucking
game
space.
have you not played where all of the cardinal directions aren't based off a spawn? That's always what you start with. You start with
But
spawn. How do you spawn in? You
the
face fucking the other side of other teams.
Yeah,
So
that's-
The thing is,
Like,
there's
kinda-
2 spawns. There's
It's
2
well, your
spawns.
spawn.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it would be different for each team. But it doesn't
Yeah.
matter because we're all on the same team.
Yeah. I was gonna look at the
Left-
sun,
left
but
and right
there is
would be
no
easier.
sun, so... Oh, there it is, the moon! Well,
The moon. Okay.
it's not moving, never mind. But yeah, I don't think it matters as much in this case because we have Maywall, but it's, again, their Sojourn isn't looking at you because you're not in her, like, field of view. You're over here, right? No one's looking at you. So it means, you know, you don't have to focus as much in your movement, you can focus a lot more on hitting shots. You know? And we like, for example, we wouldn't get pressured by this Sojourn E, right? We'd be over here with our full charge railgun, hitting someone that's not looking at us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the thing, right? Like, our tank goes one way, we go another way. In most cases, unless we're playing for something specific with ultimates, right?
Bear says stay together.
Well, that's like...
But wait, is that not for me? Am I supposed to?
No,
do
no,
that?
that's not for you.
It's
You're
not for
Sojourn.
Okay, my bad. I thought I was.
Yeah,
my
and
bad.
that's okay, but that's good. Like, that's, you're listening, right? And that's, you know, that's
Well,
what we're doing right now.
I just, you know.
Yeah. Right? So right now, right? Like, you know, which way they're gonna walk out of the stairway? You can be probably here. Because our Orisa will probably play these boxes, right? So as they walk out, looking at your Orisa, you're over here doming something for free. And you have
Wait,
cover.
why are we on May?
I don't know, you're playing May. I don't know.
I know. I don't know why I'm playing May.
I don't know.
They told me to play May, but I don't know why. I guess.
It's so that you can wall. Both
Yeah.
chokes are wallable, homie.
I don't think May's terrible here. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Like you can literally pause their push on both
Yeah.
sides.
And being up here isn't bad, right? It's just I think here's a little better, right? It's not, again, not bad. You still see everything you need to see. Right? Or you can like
Dude, I'm
transition.
gonna try the other angle too, cause I'd be doing that one too much.
Yeah, and again, if you're getting value out of this and you don't have to change it, but just giving options, and then looking at this
Well-
E, right? Again, going back on our E for a second, like
Yeah.
we can't, even if it slows them down, like we can't do anything with it. Let's say they all got hit by it and they took all damage. Like we can't translate that into kills. We can't translate that into space. We can't translate that into like really anything, right? But like right now, when they're pushing on point, maybe we like E to split their supports or something, right? As our Orisa walks in, right? It would get a little more value. Yeah, our angle I think is pretty good. Like we start high ground. I think this is good. And this is the example of like depositing. You never moved, but your angle changed, right? Because of like enemy team and your team rotations. The enemy team pressed a lot of Qs, so I don't think we should have invested anything really, to be honest.
How the fuck do I live that long?
We slide and
I
we
should have died 3 times.
So this is the big fight that I yell at a lot of teams for. Wait, what? Where are we gonna walk out of? Right, we're probably gonna walk out of up here, right? So
Yeah.
where is everyone gonna be looking? Like right here, right?
There.
So we could be over here with our soldier.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Right, and it's especially
That's
good
why I'm-
because we
yeah.
have our ultimate, right? Like it's not like we have to shoot and then maybe get that one
Right.
shot.
I can have the insta one.
You can have the insta. You could have like 4 insta one
This is
shots,
some
right?
no games, no Monopoly shit.
Right, and then I think we go main, and I think we still ult, but it makes it so much harder, right?
Yeah,
for us to get
it's hard
value.
because I'm diverging all the shots out, trying to hit everything,
Yeah,
versus converging on a single point where I can hit 3 at the same time. And then,
Exactly, right? And also we just get hit. We just get random shit thrown at us. We got stuck with Reaper roll. We got fucking everything thrown at us, right? But it wasn't even meant for us. It was just meant for our team.
It's just tight choke stuff.
Yeah, right.
You can dump ults and win.
Have to adjust my approach.
Yeah. Right. So again, like, how would we get to that conclusion, right? Other than just like knowing it beforehand. Well, we're gonna go up here. So what angle can I
Well,
get?
now I know it beforehand.
Well, yeah, true, right? But what angle can I get that I can apply pressure that's not just behind my tank? If there are no other angles, then I just play behind my tank. Like maybe all the way over here is an answer, but this doesn't get value. We're just we're across the map.
So like, should
Right.
I just really be constantly trying angles and
Yeah.
just say fuck it?
I
Because
think,
like when I do that, I feel like I die a lot.
so then we can look at how you died. Maybe, right? Again,
So
going
okay, so
back
you're
to
saying then if I die while doing that, then I should just focus on why I died and prevent the death, not change the positioning.
well, that's part of preventing deaths, right? So going with the King's Row first point example, right? Remember how you said like if you went through hotel, it's a lot riskier, right? Like you can get one tap by Hanzo, right?
Yeah.
So maybe, right, we come to the conclusion that 2 things: our timing might not have been good, or like we went in way too early, right? And they just all the Hanzo looked at us, and he wasn't even under pressure by our Orisa, right? So then we changed the timing. Okay, maybe we had really good timing the next fight, but we still die. Then maybe we try another position, right? Like we try top right on the high ground, right? So that's how we can answer. And then maybe we realize, okay, this position isn't good, but I don't really have any other positions. So then we pull it back and then we follow our tank until we see another position, maybe in a different part of the map, right?
Yeah. Okay. So, but question:
Yeah.
could I just technically force the timing to be right by screaming "go go 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 go"?
Yeah, and
then-
that's what communication. Yeah, like you can. Yeah, exactly, right. You're in a good spot. You're ready. Just tell what is his name, James. So like, yo, let's go. I'm ready.
I'm not
right?
even gonna say a name. I'm just gonna yell "go."
Yeah, and that's perfectly fine, right?
I don't know, like, because if I get any more specific, it might get fucked up
No,
or
that's
take too long.
perfectly fine, right? You're ready to go. We say let's go, right? And you fuck them up, right? In this case, the only way you can go is here or right side. I mean,
Yeah.
like I'm pretty sure you can't make this jump as Sojourn, right?
I can't, but if Shantai would fucking help me, we could
Wait,
wall
what?
it and then do it.
Maybe,
Bro.
right?
Yeah. Oh,
We would.
well, you have to say something, dog.
Yeah, I don't calm. I'm thinking that though, bro. I thought about it
You're
like 3
Okay,
times.
you want me to read your fucking mind?
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Okay,
or just
dude.
know these things,
So-
man. You're on May. Come on, bro.
So here we can come like, okay, maybe if you don't have your ultimate, maybe this isn't that good, right? But it's still an option, right? But if you have your ultimate, this becomes from like 50, maybe like 60-40, 60 good, 40 bad to like.
Well, I can do
really
it.
good.
I just have to get charge a little bit first and then go for it all the way. Like it has to be like a. I
Like
have
a
to do it
two-step?
really weird. Yeah, like a 2-step.
Yeah. And again, you can try that in scrims and see what's problem. Maybe it takes too long to do that, so you don't do that. Or maybe you tell your team, it could be there's a lot of different things we can do to fix that, including changing like the position. Okay, so let's look at next fight. We do get really good at get a really good pick. Right, so another option, right, is if the enemy, aside from left or right, if the enemy team isn't fully ready to hold this choke, maybe we can slide and be over here. Right, and same thing over here. If they're not set up on this choke, we can slide to this high ground, and now we have a different angle, right? And I believe that's what you do, right? One fight. I know you do that. Maybe not this
Oh,
fight.
here, my friends. They're saying the Wizard of Oz.
Right? And this is another good option too, right? Like we go, our team goes right side, we go left, we have high ground, right? And this is, same example. It's good. But in this case, like, we took that angle way too late, right? Like, our team already walked through and kind of died, right?
Yeah, I just took it because I was bored. It wasn't even like a let's do this.
Yeah. Right? So right here, our team's going left. Let's slow it down and see when they walk out.
Wait.
Yeah. When does Arissa walk
But-
out? Arissa walks out now.
Does that Sojourn? Yes, she does.
You can
No,
1v1 her.
I would have got 2v1. Hell no, that Kiriko would have killed me.
Right? Maybe.
I think. I would think.
Maybe. I mean, we don't know, right? Maybe.
I
Right?
could have just hit around the corner though, maybe.
Right? But again, this is an option. Second option, which is I think what you do, and I think that's really good. We take this right side. Right? Now we're up here and we have a slight different angle. This can transition into having a really good cover on point.
Breaking them down.
It's all about like looking for different angles on Sojourn. Yeah, immorted.
You fucking missed.
No, I thought he got it. Cleanse. Maybe. We just
Didn't
lose
get
that fight.
cleansed.
That's fine. They pressed 3 Qs, so it is what it
You know
is.
what's funny, Lyarii? I remember I was yelling to kill the Lucy. I was like, where is it? And you missed.
Well, at least I'm shooting it. Look at the rest of our team. They're probably like jerking off in a corner.
I think they were shooting the Ryan.
So not what you needed. At least I tried.
It's
Yeah.
true, yeah.
And I think that's
Everyone's like, we're not on the right target. And I'm like, bro, I'm hearing 4. I can actually only shoot like 2 max.
yeah. But,
I was just I just said to focus who I froze, which was the Lucio.
And I did.
Yeah, I don't know, like I Blizzard. Their priority should be whoever I freeze.
Wait, Shantae, were you there when Bear was saying that he doesn't care about our mechanics, he just wants us all on the right target, and then I said, how are you gonna know we're on the right target when I'm missing it?
That's what you're talking about.
Well, that was an example of it, but I said that at our last scrim. It was so funny. I was like, what the?
hey,
Bro.
but yeah, the picture I want us to get, right? I like to get anything out of this VOD. Right, is this first fight King's Row? Is really what we want to be thinking about, right?
Yeah.
A little later on, right? Like once our Arissa commits, right? Again, the E thing, right? We talked about our E, right? Like right now, our Arissa's committing. They're spinning, they javelin the Ryan, right? We're not on like an aggressive angle, right? Now, and it's not because we can't. Like they don't have like Monkey, Genji, Tracer, right? If we go up here, we're gonna insta die, right? They don't have that, right? So we should be looking for those. And then again, thinking about it in our timing. We can get to that by looking what space is free. Well, left side, no one's playing it. Right side's no one playing it. So we can take it. Maybe if as soon as we peek over here, this might be like contested, like there might be a fight, right? But we're aware of that. And then we take it. And we can take this with slide, without slide, just walking. We probably don't need slide to walk through here either, right? So we still have an escape. And then we can use our E to live, to like if they do pressure us, right? Just like on third point, we can put an E to help us live, or we can look for a bigger E to disrupt backline or split the tank and kill them.
When do I need to hold it to live? Because I'm pretty selfless with my shit. I really do want
you
to
think
just
you're
like
gonna die.
make it easy for my team.
So
Well,
two things, right?
I don't ever think I'm gonna die. I honestly, truly believe I can win every 1v1.
So
and I try to take it.
another way to look at it is if you're going into space that's going to be contested, right? Like this third point high ground, they had
Okay.
3 characters that can take this high ground, right?
Yeah.
And they're probably gonna. It was the Hanzo, right? It could have also been the Sojourn. It could have also been the Kiriko. It could be multiple
Yeah.
people, right? So whenever you're in space that isn't that safe, especially if you use your slide to get there, lean more towards holding it for yourself.
It's interesting you say that one because that's the only time I remember my orb feeling greedy, and so when I think it's feeling greedy, I won't do it, and then we'll see if that fixes it.
Exactly, right? And then we can look back at it and see what's see what if we could have made other decisions.
Bro, I don't even think about my orbs. I just throw them.
I think about every ability. I know I literally consciously take like note of the feeling I get after everything I do, so that I know like whether it was a mistake or not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I literally just toss my orbs. That's what I do.
Bro, you gotta pay attention to what you're doing. Or
Not paying
try.
attention. I'm consciously just tossing my orbs.
Oh my god.
But Yeah. Any other questions? Any other maps like you want me to look at specifically?
Let me log into my account and see
Yeah.
if there's anything that stands out.
I really dislike the fact that they keep referring to Ramacha as a tempo tank.
Oh, bro,
What the
the
fuck?
devs, the devs are off
Bro,
They,
Have y'all
Devs are bronze players, dog.
have y'all heard of my tank idea that I thought they were gonna introduce when they introduced Orisa?
What?
What?
Okay, so like when they were gonna introduce Orisa, there was a bunch of leaks and like they were mining the fucking data, and so like basically like in
Like
development,
crypto?
they pretty much thought that like it was gonna be. They knew like all we knew was that it had a lot of legs, and so my hypothesis was that it was going to be a spider tank because at the current moment Lucio was fucking meta. Like you couldn't play anything without Lucio because of the speed boost, and so I thought they were going to counter that by introducing a spider tank with the ability to set slows in different spots with abilities, and then
That'd
we'd
be
have
cool.
like some so then it counters Lucio, and it's not like super broken because it's kind of like Mei. We already have slows, but it would be a different form that's
When you
creative.
said spider, I thought of a monkey that can jump and climb on walls. Dude, I thought I thought of like
I'm
a
talking
monkey
like
that
a fucking like mama
jumps up.
spider that like like puts the eggs and shit in it. Like,
Yeah, dude, I don't know.
Honestly, they should add Spider-Man. Fortnite did it.
History replays. I have 3 comp matches. That's when I got D-ranked.
Okay.
2 victories. Wait, no, it's not. Those are after because it's got victories. Wait, unless I only played 1 after. Maybe that's middle defeat. Yeah, that's what it is. The middle defeat is when I got D-ranked, and then I played 1 after 1, and then just got sad.
Larry, don't tell me you're in Diamond again.
I'm Diamond 4.
Oh my god.
It's
Did you say
okay.
Diamond 4?
Yes!
What?
It deranked me from Masters 5 to Diamond 4. It literally
You're
at
lying.
20 losses, it took me
Oh.
to Diamond 4.
Yeah.
What?
That's...
How many wins did you have? 2?
6.
Dude, my guy.
Six.
You're closer to Plat than you are to Masters.
Yeah.
That's
Dude, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Look, you can see right here. This is a loss. Well, should I get the other one? Because, well, what time do you
My
think? 13 or 18
doggy,
minutes?
what are you doing, man?
Midtown, Junkertown, or Busan?
we could look at Busan because we just looked at a Busan game.
Okay, cool. That's a win, though.
That's fine. There's still as long as you guys just didn't like fucking 100-0 them over and over again, right?
I hope not.
Right. It'll still be worth.
Well, look at the time, Larry.
If it's like a
13
6-minute game, then you fucking stop.
13 minutes.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, Shanta, I don't think. Let me see. Do I have the replay codes from when I played comp? No, these are all fucking quick play and comp. When we got
What?
off, I won like every other single. I won every game after we stopped queuing.
All right.
Okay, so it's me holding you back. That's good.
I mean, based on what we were saying.
I hope I don't make myself ashamed of my own competitive gameplay
It's okay. This one.
because I don't remember this match at all.
And I think getting into the habit of just looking at your own gameplay is really powerful, right?
I do, but to
And
be
that's
honest
good.
with you, I've just been so
Wait,
sad
you had
about it
Khaleesi
recently.
on your team, bro? She fucking sucks.
Bro, I mean, you gotta Miami Mars something else, bro.
Right. So again, we're walking out. Assume both teams will get to the middle-ish at the same time. What angle do we want to be on? That'll apply the most pressure, right? And it's pretty safe. Like, what's the most aggressive angle we can take safely?
I don't know what that's called.
Just say left, right,
Middle, right,
here,
up,
up here.
back,
Oh wait, here.
Huh?
down.
What are you talking
Like here?
about?
Yeah.
Top right?
Yeah, like this is okay, right? But there's not really much cover, right? So that's we're
Yeah,
kind of limited.
I'd probably play inside of it to start with. This is how I'd start ideally if
Yeah, we could start here and then drop,
I'd-
right? Also,
I would go far right before
like
the
this?
mega is.
we can slide up here. This is pretty good too, right? Because again, whereas the enemy team probably just gonna walk forward and be somewhere here, right? We don't really have an angle on that, so
How do I get to there?
we just walk main and then jump
Oh.
and slide,
How do I not become the target doing that?
right? And so we just
Because the rest of your team is shooting them.
our team. So let's let's play it out, right? Like let's say we put it in real time. We're just walking. We're with our hog because same walking speed. We can slide over here, and now we're shooting.
Okay.
Right?
Maybe that works. As long as Genji doesn't.
And again, if he jumps you, you have your orb, right?
Orb, yeah.
And you
orb,
can fight him,
hopefully.
right?
As long as he doesn't one-shot you.
as long as
That's
he
what I'm
doesn't
saying.
walk.
He can.
Right.
But it's very hard. Like Soldier's
But-
hitbox is so hard for Genji.
But look at it like what the enemy team's doing. Their Soldier went. You can also go with Sanshai's Edge. Go far right. You have cover. You have a health pack, and you can still put pressure. That's what
Yeah.
their Soldier's doing, right? And it's really
Yeah.
annoying. You can stay here. You have it's really safe. Again, the simple way to look at it, if what's free, look far left and far right. Is there any good spots there? Yes, no, right? Who messaged me? What is this? Jiggly? I don't know. Someone named Jiggly messaged me. Okay. Alright, so we go up top. Yeah. The only thing is, like, we have a lot of downtime right now.
Yeah, I was
Right.
about to say you're literally doing nothing right now.
Right? So right now, where can we go? It's pretty annoying for the enemy team. We can start widening our angle.
Honestly, this is a little bit bold, but I would have slid, jumped over the Rhine, and gone behind them on the staircase thing.
We could do that too.
It's really bold, but I think it'd work because the Roadhog is shooting at the Rhine, and the rest of your team's
there's
there.
not that
That's
much
what
risk too, because the only threat is like the Genji, but
Genji.
we and your team's there.
But he deflected, so I'm fine.
Yeah, right. So again, like this is a really it's an aggressive angle. It's pretty safe, right? Your team's here, you have cooldowns, right? And it allows you to go to other people. We could also swing wide, apply pressure from here, right? And then we can slide maybe here mid fight, right? But again, those are two potential solutions, right? And what do we we kind of, if we look at what we go with, we just kind of stay main, right? We don't go with either, right?
Yeah, I'm so fixated on this whole build, charge, shoot beam, build, charge, shoot beam,
Right.
build, charge, shoot beam.
And that's
all I'm
good,
doing.
right? But we can do that. We can get more value out of that from different angles, because even if we don't kill something, we still split attention, which creates opportunity and right? So like right here, right? We go up top. Where's your what number are you? F9? Yeah. We go up here. So like, what angle? We can stand here, shoot the Rhine. We can start walking over here. And just walk over here a little bit, right? We want to maintain that angle, right? Our team's here. We we kind of drop and just kind of go back with our team. We
Damn,
don't really have to-
Stifler slays is slaying.
Yeah. Right. It doesn't matter as much. There's like 2 people alive, so clean up. Alright, so next fight, where do we want to be?
Top of the middle, I guess. Well, no, they have
There's
Widow,
not much
but
cover
I'm hiding.
either.
I'm hiding.
So like we can be right here, right? Like get rid of the
Yeah,
bubbles.
that would work.
So we don't peek the Widow. We charge off their Reinhardt, and then maybe we charge off Rhine. Then maybe we peek one shot the Widow and go back, right? And again, what are they looking at? Probably our Roadhog, right? So we're getting a really good, angle here. If anything
Yep.
goes here, there's a long corridor. You could probably shoot them before they get to you, right? And they don't have any. The only diver is Genji, right? So you have a Mega. You can slide to the Mega, or you can slide to your team, and both are good answers. But I think what we're doing is we're just we're like the same angle as our Roadhog. Right? That's a good eat. We pressure high ground, pressure Widow. Right? But let's replay this fight if we're at a different spot. Right? Let's replay this fight from here. What is it? I'll put it like, real time. Right? We had a full charge. We popped, maybe put a pop shot up there. We still E.
Yep.
Still
Widow
shoot.
would have been dead.
And the Widow's not looking at you. That's the big thing. The Widow's looking at, someone else. So it's just,
Yeah.
you don't even have to strafe. Alright, we fuck them up. And then maybe we walk forward a little bit. And now look. Oh, everyone's in front of you. You slow down. No one's looking at you. No one's looking at you. No one's looking at you. Right? We fuck them up. Right? But what ends up happening is they just all go main, and then you're just part of you're just on their screen.
Yep.
Right?
Might have to adjust my approach.
So again, let's replay this. Let's go in. What space is free, right? And what's the most aggressive angle we can take, knowing that information, right? So it's right. So looking at their tank, how can we make their tank automatically just run away because of our positioning?
I guess just far left from this perspective.
Yeah, far left. Right. Again, looking at the extremes, far left, far right, maybe some spots in between, right? Or if we stand here, the Reinhardt can't stay here. You just get a full charge, like you just permanently have full charge and you're permanently, you know, trying to one-tap people. Maybe you one-tap their Lucio right there. You're breaking shield, breaking shield. Maybe you one-tap Genji right there, breaking shield, breaking shield. Maybe you try one-tap him again, right? And if nothing's pressuring you, well then you can keep widening your angle. Alright? Coming up here. Right, maybe you slide mid-fight to this high ground and really fuck him up. Right? But what did we do? We kind of just walked main, right? Which is exactly what this Reinhardt wants. He walks forward, swings on all of us in front of him. Right? You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the way I want us to like look at it, right? This is good, right? But it's a little like too late, right? Yeah. And I mean they're pressing Qs more is the bigger thing. Yeah. Here we just want to die and get back. Yeah. Put away. Nice. They're beating. Okay. Cool. We slide to safety. We kill Ryan. We could probably just go main. We have a pick. Fine. This is good. We go left. This is good.
Okay, so this does prove the point I was thinking of. I think I do what you're saying when we're losing, or when I think we're losing. When I think my team is losing, I actually do what you're saying more often.
Okay. And why is that? Why do you think that is?
Because I know I need to pick up more slack, so I do better.
Yeah. Right.
But
And
I don't know why I don't just have the discipline to do this the whole time.
I think it should be more of the other way. Like if you take these angles, and if you're getting fucked on these angles, right, and you're just dying, right, for whatever reason, then you start pulling towards playing closer to your team, right? Because there's just less risk of dying.
Yeah, but then when do I go back to doing it?
Right? Whenever you think it's safer, right? Let's say they're fucking you. Well, like, you know, realistically, let's say they're fucking you on Genji, right? This Genji's always killing you, right, when you're going on these angles. If the Genji's dead, if they swap off Genji,
okay.
if you know that he's not there,
that's obvious. I should have just said that.
Right? So you can, you know, it really depends what's messing you up, right?
Yeah. I just play around that.
Yes.
Tell Shannon to shut the fuck up.
I think they want your attention.
So yeah, right. And what I want you to do is I want you to try it out not only in scrims, and in ranked, right? And then come back to me in like a week or two, and let's see like the progress we've made, right? Or however, like whatever benchmark you feel is enough to try and work on this, right? If it's like 20 games, 30 games, maybe 4 scrims, 3 scrims, right? And then we can take a step back and look. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Because like, you know, we've looked at a few fights, and you came here and you got some shots off people. I think you we pressured them, right? Let's see.
And it appears to have worked.
Yeah. Right? Like we killed the Lucio, right? We pressured the Soldier because we hit her with a body shot, right? And we capped the point, right? So it works, right? You know, for the most part. Yeah, it looks like it's. Oh my God, we're all getting fucked by this Widow. Oh my God.
Never mind, it doesn't work.
Where did you even get shot from? Oh, she's on point. Why is she on point?
Bro.
No, the Widow.
Oh my God.
The Widow killed 5, right? But it was a lot better than, you know, the previous. You know, it had success, right?
Yeah, Diamond 4 Widow for you.
Yeah.
Was that on?
So
She actually just killed everyone on point.
It's because people like me, they farm the mechanics and then they don't want to turn their brain on until they have to, so it's like, fuck it, we ball.
Yeah. But yeah, and then, you know, we come back in a little bit, see the progress we've made, and then we can see what next steps we take from there, right? Whether it's continuing to improve and work on what we're doing, right? So maybe we look at some fights where you took these angles, and then we could see why it didn't work, right? And maybe we can refine that or work on to the next topic, right? Especially with our E, right? Our slow. Let's see how that has progressed as well, right? So, to, you know, bring it full circle, our E's, right? We want to really put some better emphasis on what that's accomplishing, whether it's for ourselves, to disrupt, for, you know, pressure backline. And when we do it, make sure our team can capitalize. And then what we talked about with like what space is free and what angle we can take. Most aggressive angle we can take safely, with or without slide, depending on what they're on. Right?
I think they should reduce the size of the orb and make it bounce off a wall once.
Maybe. Might be
That would be so cool.
cool.
So like Storm Arrow?